Welcome back to Escapement and Watch. Falling Titan here. Thanks to Kavar Jewelers for lending this watch into the channel. And if you want to buy this watch, email me in the description below and I'll give you a discount code. Introducing the Hamilton Khaki Scuba. There she is in black. What do you guys think of this Swiss dive watch? Is it on your radar? I always wanted to check this one out. It is definitely a clean look. The case, relatively simple, almost completely flat, small downturn on those lugs. The whole watch is completely brushed. It almost looks side slabbed right there. Brushing on top of the lugs, a smooth transition into the crown guard. Typical Hamilton dive watch looks. Now the crown does look tiny, but it is actually 6.8 millimeters, a decent size, and it is signed with that vintage Hamilton H. So very nice case shape, and the measurements on this one, the ones I got on my calipers, 40.5 millimeters in diameter, 12.9 in thickness, and the lug to lug 50.2. So the traditional long lugs of the Hamilton continues on in this dive watch. All right, so you might want to have a little bit of a bigger wrist. The bracelet has some polishing in between the mid links. You can see it shine right there. Very nice female end links, but it doesn't fold in like it should. Like if we look here at the Frogman we just reviewed, female end links, and it goes in. So this is a little bit of an anomaly. Something is blocking it. It does move, but it's just, it gets stuck. So it's female, but I would consider it male end links, and then the effective lug to lug is gonna be, instead of that 50, it's actually gonna wear bigger. Let's check it out live. Ooh, 54.8, so about 55. Damn, that's a long lug to lug. All right. So the bracelet is all solid end links, solid links, very nicely machined. It does look like push pins. I'm not sure. I never took apart the bracelet. It's not my watch. Fully milled clasp. It says Hamilton right there in the milling. Very well done. But unfortunately, we have actually only one micro adjust right there. So that's a little bit disappointing. And there's the case back. It's hard to see, but it just has the word Hamilton 3 times and a little bit of statistics and what looks to be a circular radial pattern. Sometimes they have the H in the radial pattern, but this time I don't see that. Now, the bezel and bezel insert. We have aluminum, which I love. You guys know I love aluminum inserts. Huge fan, but unfortunately not this one. It is a little too glossy. Needs to be a little bit more matte for me to like it. I do love aluminum, but I love matte aluminum. This one, the glossiness gives it a little bit of a cheapened look, in my opinion. However, it does have a 60 click. Nice action, very solid, tactile feel, good click, pretty loud. Actually feels pretty nice. I'm liking it. I am starting to dig the 60 clicks over the 120. Basically no backplay. Very nice. This one turns very nice. A negative on that insert is there's no loom pip at 12. So not really a true diver because you can't time your dives underwater without the loom pip being at 12. So it's not ISO rated. Now the Sapphire Crystal is domed. It looks like a double dome because I don't see distortion when I put it at the extreme angles. So it is double domed and it has anti-reflective coating on the underside. Although it is a weak coating, I think it's doing something, but It's hard to tell. It's just a weak one. I've seen better AR treatments. On the Frogman, it's done much better. Now the dial in hands, we have the matte black dial, applied indices with the blunt cutoff on the thickly applied Loom at 6, 3, and 9, and 12. Nice symmetrical look, but for me, that date window at 4:30 does ruin the symmetrical look. I wish they made the date window black. Sorry, the date disc black. That would have blended in nicely and it would have elevated the watch for me tremendously. We have the 24-hour scale underneath those indices, applied Hamilton logo, and then in white printing, Hamilton, Khaki, automatic. Legibility is pretty good. You can see everything. I love the hands, the blunt tipped blade hands, fantastic. They have it on the minute hand on the Frogman. Here, minute and hour hand, I like these hands better than the Frogman hands. I wish the Frogman hands were like this. I don't know, something about that hour hand. Not a fan of it. Same seconds hand on this one. Red arrow tip. You can see them side by side. Yep, it looks to be the exact same seconds hand. And you can see this one has the 12 Arabic, and this one has the standard indice that's on the poles. All right, so yeah, I like this hour hand better than this hour hand. But this bezel insert is 10 times better. Anyways, now the price, 745 USD, a fair price for a Swiss-made 80-hour power reserve desk diver. All right, let's compare it with the SKX. There you can see the SKX is bigger at 42, and this one is smaller at 40.5. But of course, the SKX has that short lug to lug, gonna wear a lot better on smaller wrists. Thickness, SKX is 0.5 thicker. Okay. And the SKX has that matte bezel insert that I'm a fan of. And the Hamilton, the glossy. Here she is on my 6.5-inch wrist and actually wears pretty good. I'm impressed. The downturn on the lugs is helping. So even though it has 50 mm of lug to lug, it is looking fantastic. So definitely can pull it off. Actually really do like it. Well done. I wasn't expecting it. 50 is my max I like to wear on my 6.5-inch wrist, but usually when it hits 50, it's still a little bit iffy for me, for my tastes. But this one, yeah, looking pretty good. All right, good job. Let's check it out on the time grapher. Swiss-made Hamiltons usually run amazing. Oh, okay. -852. I've never seen this before. Are you guys seeing this? -856, -852, 177 amplitude, 1.3 milliseconds in beat error. And there you can hear that low beat, 21.6 VPH. I'm gonna mute it. Oh my god, there's something wrong with the movement. -955, let's rearrange it. Maybe there's just some case interference. We had case interference with the Frogman that we did earlier. Let's reset it, give it a fair chance. And we also got some crazy numbers, but it was like -32 or something. Oh man, it's still messed up. -800 seconds per day, 177 amplitude. Okay, so when I said, if you want to buy this watch, email me. You know what? Well, there's more in stock, so you can get one that's not messed up. This one's probably gonna have to go back to the Swatch Group and get a full service. Yeah, so these H10 movements have a free sprung balance, although a rudimentary style. It doesn't have the 4 weights like the higher end. It just has 2 screws that you slide on the north and south, let's say, or the east and west. So on 2 poles, And it is a rudimentary system, but it works, and I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. Okay, so let's call it negative, oh, I was gonna say 879 because we got that even, but now negative, negative 993 seconds a day. Bad job, Hamilton. Worst watch on the channel. I guess that's worth something. That's a world record. There is the Loom shot. Beautiful BGW9 Swiss Super Luminova. Looks fantastic compared with the Willard. Very nice. Hamilton definitely not known for their Loom, but definitely stepping it up. Okay, here she is in the half lighting. What do you guys think? Black on black, classic diver, and all brushed case. Looking fantastic, more toolish. This one definitely just a desk diver, not pro diver level, but there's nothing wrong with that. And it just looks so fantastic. Now ignore the movement failure this one had. 99.9% of them don't come brand new with movement failures, of course. This one's going back to Swatch, and they're going to send us a new one as a replacement. Okay, so don't worry. If you want to buy this watch, email me and you'll get a new one. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.